Hello everybody, Scotty here. Welcome back to another episode of Hot's Hangouts. This week's episode, we are going to concentrate on Rehgar. Rehgar is definitely somebody you want to get in your hero roster, whether it be for quick match or especially Hero League. He has always been a favorite pick, mainly because of his ultimate, Ancestral Healing. But there are really two ways to play Rehgar. Starting off on level 1, we are going to do Wolf Run. Increase our speed from 30 to 40% just because we can increase our mobility going over the map. Now there are two ways to play Rehgar, and that is being quick match and Hero League, but we're gonna go for kind of like the Hero League build just because it is pretty much the basic build for Rehgar, and that Gazlo was way out of line. Quick match build for Rehgar, you pretty much go like a DPS. You kind of build around your Z. Your Z is when you don't have a mount, but when you do your Z, you go into a wolf form. Your Q ability is a heal. I will let Murky push on his own. I honestly want to keep a close eye on the Butcher. I'm not too concerned about Nova because I have a quick escape with Rehgar. This is a really good kit that Rehgar has. I don't want to engage too much. The cool thing about Rehgar is when you mount up, when you are in your wolf form, you cannot go out of the wolf form when you're being attacked. So it is a very good escape, and you can mobilize yourself all over the map. Butcher already getting in position, and we did just secure this kill. We are definitely securing this kill. Yeah, there's no doubt. Another cool thing about Rehgar's wolf form is when he does his initial attack, he kind of lunges at the target. Let's heal up this Butcher. Let's let those turrets focus on that. Let's just try to stay alive and keep the Butcher healed up. There goes Brightwing, very good job. And there's another kill. Watch out for the Gazlo's charge. I'll just pick this up. Level 4, we're going to go for Feral Heart. This will further increase our mana regeneration and our health regeneration while we are in wolf form. Wow, we are doing a really good job. I'm loving this Butcher. Yeah, this is actually a really good combo. I've honestly never done this combo with the Butcher. Now you have to be careful when you're playing Rehgar. And I say that because in quick match, you can dive in a little bit more. It's not a problem. You can dive in more. That's fine. But in Hero League, it's best to stay ranged. When I first started doing Hero League, I kind of made the mistake of using the same strategy. By the way, at level 7, we are going to go with Cleanse. I made the mistake by using the same strategy that I was using in quick match. Let's just casually walk away from this, and we are gonna regenerate. I'll use the same strategy in quick match that I would in Hero League, but in Hero League you have to keep range. That is the real Nova. That is actually the real Nova. And this is a dead Nova. Let's just walk up here. We don't really have to worry about our mana too much because we are now regenerating. Our Q ability is a chain heal. This not only heals a single target, but also targets around it. Our W ability is a kind of a lightning shield that you cast around yourself. Oh yeah, that's Zagara. That was a woo! I am loving this team composition. Quit match is working really good today. This combos with, and the thing is, we have 2 healers. As I was saying, the W ability is a kind of, I'll cast it on Ariel. You see the little lightning things that spin? Well, whatever gets hit with those, will just take additional damage. Our E ability just slows anything around it. Let's go in for this Nova. Let's just put some pressure on her. And casually walk away. Thank you for that heal. Let's keep an eye out on our Ariel. Okay. At level 10, we are, of course, going to go for Ancestral Healing. Here comes their Ariel rotating bot. A little late there, Butcher, but that's okay. I got your heals. Let's just backtrack a little bit. We want to try to keep our Butcher healed up a little bit. He is actually doing a wonderful job. Thank you very much, Butcher. Oh yeah, this team is going to be Ariel, Murky, Sylvanas, Rehgar, Butcher against Ariel, Brightwing, Nova, Gazlo, and Zagara. Let's keep him healed up. We did keep Cleanse because of the Polymorph, but I honestly did not do it right there because I was too busy talking. But that's okay. This Butcher seems to know what he's doing. We will just further support him. When you do your attack from the wolf form, it does bonus damage. It does. I can't see it right here. That Nova's so dead. Yeah, that poor Nova. That's a Master Nova too, baby girl. You know better than that. Butcher's right there. Check the bush, baby. I always get sensitive when I see my Novas go down. I believe the damage increase on your wolf form is 75% of your basic attack. Actually, this Butcher is diving in on this Ariel. We will try to support him, and yes, let's get that kill. We will walk these little bomb guys forward. Come on, little guys. And there they go. We can just walk away from this just fine. Sylvanas over there working on hers. Level 13, we will go for a lightning shield. I actually used to go for tidal waves. That poor Nova. That poor Nova. I actually used to go for tidal waves because I like the chain heal effect. It works great if you're gonna have a lot of enemies that are clumped up. But honestly, going with Earth Shield, it works great because a 12% shield for 3 seconds of a 12% shield for a 12% maximum health shield for 3 seconds works really great. It pretty much helps a single target out very well. We are just dominating this map. I'm just gonna walk away from that. I don't too much want to heal the Murky. Let's walk away from this. Let's heal our Ariel. And if we have to, we can just shield right up. Yes, and that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to walk right up here. That Nova is not going to be killing us. Come up here, Sippy Cup. We still have our ultimate. And there you go, Sylvanas baby girl. We did lose that tribute, but we did take down a fort. Butcher was pushing. That's perfectly okay. Enemy team is 2 forts behind. I honestly... Okay, they're not there. I don't want any part of that. Let's just kind of team up with the Butcher. Actually, let's kind of get these. Come on, guys. They don't. Okay. If they don't want to do it, that's cool. I'm not gonna put any. I'm not gonna force them to do it. Let's go ahead and shield our Butcher. Yeah, this comp is working really good. Let's just back up here a little bit. Yeah, see, there was a mistake that if the opposing team had some kind of crowd control, like a Muradin, ETC or something like that, you do not want to engage too much. Because if you get caught off guard, I mean, crowd control is really what kills Rehgar the most. Alright, at level 16, we're going to be going... I like to choose the increased slow for the totem. That Novaso did. But if you're doing quick match and you want to go DPS build, the Hunger for the Wolf is insane amount of damage. You can do that like every few seconds when you're on cooldown. Let's further assist this Butcher. That Ariel and that Sylvanas should be getting that no problem. Let's just slow them. And we will be able to dive in on this. It's alright, Butcher. You're good. Let's just make him unstoppable. We'll slow these down with our totem. Keep a mind out on our Butcher. Let's body block this Ariel. And there we go. We should go for boss. Boss for a win. Yeah, we should definitely go for boss. This is actually working out to be a very good team composition. Ariel, I don't generally like to go dual support. But, I don't know. The thing about if you ever get two supports in quick match, it is much better to just go dual. It is much better for those two supports to go full heal than it is for those supports to go DPS, because you're healing at your maximal potential and the opposing team is going to have to deal with that, so that means they're going to have to deal much more damage. Let's take a look at Rehgar's builds and his talents. Normally I try to do these before, but with Rehgar it's pretty much always that build. I used to go with the kind of DPS dive in kind of builds, but I noticed that my win weight would actually go down compared to just going like a full health, and it works. It makes sense. Most builds work just as long as you know how to use them. But anyways, let's talk about Rehgar. Increased range and totem. This sinks in good with level 16. Earth Grasp totem. If you're going for a totem build to further support teams, that's great. Just make sure your team knows exactly what they're doing, especially when it comes to damage and tanking. You're going to be the one to heal, so that's your responsibility. The damage build that I was talking about goes along with Lightning Shield. Whenever you cast this on another target, you can also cast this on yourself. Believe it or not, this ability can also be casted on minions. Yes, minions. So if you cast it, if you have this talent and you cast this on a minion, it also comes to you. We already know about this. You saw it. It just helps increase our mobility, gets away faster, especially when Nova's in the mix. For quick match, Nova's been popping up a lot lately. I think it's because people want to get their MMR. You know, they're ranking up in quick match. Yes, there is kind of a hidden rank and quick match that you just don't currently see right now. And Nova is one of the she is generally a high win rate just because it's quick match and people can't communicate with each other. But Wolf Run just helps you escape from her, and just a lot of things really. The electric charge, it's okay. Honestly, I wish they would get rid of this talent and kind of make this a quest or something like that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pick this talent. Level 4. This is a good talent to get if you're struggling with your heals. I mean, if you don't stay in wolf form too much, if you're going to be caught in combat, this helps reduce the cost of your heals. And I will be honest with you, if you do go with this talent, you will still have to go back to the sippy cup, and you will have to go back to the well when you're doing your hearth, just because you will eventually run out of mana. But from the game that you recently saw, this episode, going with Feral Heart, you just go in wolf form and you're regenerating 75% more health and mana. So that entire time, I think I only went to the sippy cup maybe once. I guarantee if I went with this build, I would have done it a lot more. Stormcaller, it just helps you get more mana. So again, I've never seen anybody pick this talent. I think Blizzard should maybe change this around or something. I couldn't imagine in any circumstance why somebody would get this, other than the Guardian. What is it, Infernal Guardian, where you have to kill the minions? That would be the only map I would think that you could get would choose that. But with it involving team fights and all, you know, a Kalthus might be in there, or you know, a Murky or somebody else doing massive AoE damage. You kind of don't want to be in the middle of all those minions taking massive amounts of damage just to get some mana back. It's better to just stay ranged. Keep in mind, Rehgar is a support. Yes, he is a melee support, but that doesn't mean he is supposed to be on the front line. Your tank is always supposed to be the one in your front line. Healing totem, it's additional healing. That's all it does. I've played some games where it works okay. It works good on objective maps. It would have worked good on this map, but keep in mind, if you are doing an objective and you do not have a fair amount of mana, you're going to be struggling. The longer you're in that fight and the less mana you have, you're going to be struggling to support your team. Granted, this does have a 30-second cooldown, but it's 2% of maximum health every 10 seconds, so it's essentially 6%. So that's subjective. I mean, it depends on what you want. I just like this because I like having my mana. I want to be able to support my team. Cleanse, you don't necessarily have to always go with this, but if there's ever, you know, crowd control, which almost every hero in this game has some form of slow, stun, root, even, what is it, Chromie's ultimate, you could just cleanse it. This is almost always a pick for a support. If there is not any, if you get one of those weird teams you go up against and there's absolutely no crowd control, maybe they have a slow. Ghost Wolf form works really good. I actually like using this when I used to go my DPS mode. But keep in mind you are diving, so let your tank go in first. Foresight, no. I mean, it's okay. Totemic Projection, reactivate to pretty much move your totem. Again, this kind of sinks in. If you're going to go a totem build, it would it would be really good. I mean, if you get totem at projection, you don't necessarily have to get the colossal totem, because you can simply just pick this up and move your totem around. But if you do get this on level 7, then Earthgrass totem, you're messing people up. And keep in mind, the totem lasts 8 seconds. 8 seconds. You combo that with Earthgrass totem, you're slowing people a lot. And you can do that once. So it's good for people who have a lot of escapes. That is if you're going for that. I suppose if you're going for a team composition that roams and just straight assassinates, then that's what you would probably like to get for those people who like to escape. Level 10, you already know, Astral Healing, Bloodlust. This works amazing if your team knows what they're doing. If they know when to escape and not go in and die, it works amazing. I've used this a few times, and every time I used Bloodlust, the team fight was just completely dominated. But, if your team does not know what they're doing, they go in there and thinking they can kill anything, and they just pretty much die. Well, you wouldn't have wanted Ancestral Healing. But keep in mind, Bloodlust affects all your party. Not like Stem Drone on Lieutenant Morales, or Lieutenant Morales, whatever you want to call her, where it just does one person. This also increases movement speed. Level 13, Earth Shield, you already know, we talked about this. Chain Heals, we talked about that. Earth Living Enchant, when Chain Heals a hero below 50%, they are healed for an additional 200 health over 5 seconds. This is okay. It stacks in with your Q ability. If you're going with a Cho'Gall, it kind of works, but to be honest with you, a Cho'Gall has so much health you would probably just want to give them the shield. I have only seen one person pick this build, and that was on TGN Squadron. It was okay. Maybe for somebody really squishy, like Sylvanas or a Lunara. Of course, your Chain Heal is probably just going to heal them up to full health anyways. Level 16, we already talked about Earthgrass Totem and Hunger of the Wolf. Rising Storm, every time this deals damage, it increases. This is for your W. I mean, again, this is the thing that I kind of wish Blizzard would add to Rehgar, is something to do with his W. The shield works great on level 13, but if they added some kind of quest, I don't know, like the lightning shield hits 100 minions or something like that, you get some kind of bonus, like you get bonus damage. I don't know, other than I just don't really see why you would pick this, because if you're going to be in a team fight this long, then you're probably either going to die or it's just additional damage is what it is. But again, like I said, if you have two supports in a team composition, you're doing a quit match, just a weird quit match, it is much better for your healers or your support to just go full heals, unless it's Tyrande, and she can pretty much do whatever she wants. And Ariel, she heals based on energy. Level 20, Ancestral Healing. The upgrade, I actually meant to go with Storm Shield for level 20, because it gives all your heroes 20% increased damage. 20% shield for 3 seconds to all heroes in the area. Rewind works okay. This actually, I honestly would not. I would like to test this out with Rewind with level 13, the shield and the chain heal. I would like to try that sometime. I mean, the storm shield would be much more better because it's 20%. But I would just like to test this out sometime. The upgraded level 20 for ancestral healing, for Seer's blessing, just increases the healing and also heals. It's pretty much like a ancestral healing, but the same effect as chain healing. It's pretty much the same thing. It's like taking ancestral healing and mixing chain healing with it. The upgraded Bloodlust, Gladiator's War Shout, all allied affected by Bloodlust now heal for 30% of their basic damage done to their primary target. It's okay. I mean, I think if you do go Bloodlust, it may be better to just do Storm Shield, unless your team has a lot of auto attackers like a Illidan, Vala, Lunara, Artanis. You would probably want to use this, but if not, it's kind of sketchy. But this is Rehgar. Get him. If you play in Hero League, please get him. He is a very good healer. So I may not be here next weekend because Nuka World for Fallout 4 is going to be releasing this Tuesday. So I am going to have to commit a lot of time to that on my main channel. I may do one. I may try to pop in, depending on how fast I get it done. And you know, if I'm AFK next weekend, I apologize. And you know, stay tuned. I really do appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Have a great week.